Alright, 60-second summary for the new Cinderace EX deck, which just seems like a worse Charizard EX because it takes far too long to power it up, and you're likely only doing 260 damage with its first attack, and launching its second attack isn't easy either, and it only does 180 damage, which isn't enough for Rotom V or Pidgeot EX or Fezandipiti EX. If you've been following along closely, I played Galvantula EX last week. It was one of the worst decks I've ever tried. As a viewer said during the stream, if I wanted a lightning Pokemon that did 220 damage, I'd just play Miraidon. Except Miraidon can one-shot a Raging Bolt EX with help from Zapdos. Galvantula always has to two-shot Raging Bolt, while they're a basic who can one-shot you. And Charizard just has to pop a Dusclops, so now it's KOing Galvantula. And if you don't go first, and don't get the item lock turn 2, and can't loop the item lock every turn, Galvantula is useless. And even if you do get the item lock, it's still kind of useless. Anyways, the point of the rant is that I've been disappointed by the Stellar Terra Pokemon. Raboot EX is a great versatile card, but then you have Lapras EX that is outclassed in every respect by Chien-Pao EX, Galvantula EX that made me hate Pokemon cards, and finally Cinderace EX. For a Fire and 2 colorless, it does 280 damage. Great number, except against Stage 2 EXs, though you likely have to use a double turbo, bringing it down to 260. And the second attack snipes 180. That can KO a Squawkabilly EX or Mew EX or Lumineon V on the bench, but comes up short on several other important basic 2-prize bench sitters. In my limited testing, I just wish Cinderace was better. The damage output can't get high enough, the snipe doesn't do enough and is blocked by Manaphy, and the energy attack cost is a little too awkward. Still, I pride myself on giving people what they want, so if this video sucks, you only have yourself to blame. Okay, this is crunch time here. I have to do so many things in the absolutely perfect order here. So let's go Forest Sealstone, Buddy-Buddy Poffin. I will Buddy-Buddy Poffin for... Do I go double Scorbunny? We get double Scorbunny. The problem is that the Pidgey is weak to lightning, so I feel like Pidgeot should not see... I feel like I should probably not put Pidgeot into play, but they're also just going to be taking knockouts on everybody anyways. Okay, here we go. We're going to Forest Sealstone this guy. I'm going to save my Pidgeot for later. And then I'm just going to retreat into the Pidgey and just sort of hope that things work out here. This is where we are. Cinderace is not going to like this matchup. The Munkidori is a little bit tough, but I could do something with Crispin. Okay, so if they just go for the knockout on the Pidgey, everything is great. I can Fezandipiti, I can draw a million cards, I can Arven for Sparkling Crystal, we can attack, we can do so many things. I do have to pay very close attention to when we can use Briar though, and once I get Cinderace into play, we do have access to Area 0 Underpants, which also means that I can bump any of my 2 prizers if I get rid of the stadium. So we have lots of options available to us. This is not a great matchup, but the fact that they whiffed anything turn 1, I think they did, you know, they didn't quite, oh crap. No, don't go for Fezandipiti. That's mean. Don't be that person. Oh no. we were in such a great spot. Alright, well I guess I'm just gonna abandon my entire strategy and put the dude into play. Alright, okay, we have things. Oh, good God. Alright, let's go Arven. What tools we got? We have Sparkling Crystal, and we can play with our balls a little bit. Alright, then that means Feather Ball for Pidgeot. Rare Candy into Pidgeot, and then we have Sparkling Crystal attach, right? So we go Quick Search. Yeah, Cinderace depends on way too much. Okay, so I'm going to have to use Radiant Charizard at some point. The deck does have 2 Magma Basin, which could really behoove me at one point. And I also don't think they can knock out a Cinderace, because I just go Sparkling Crystal, attach, probably take a KO of the Mew. Okay, and then I retreat into Cinderace, Briar, Crispin, if your opponent has if your opponent has exactly 2 prize cards remaining, if your opponent's active, take 1 more. I mean, that's not great considering we're so far behind. But I can go Ultra Ball. I'm really banking on the fact that they can't take a KO here. And I probably should have gotten rid of Briar, but don't worry about it. Alright, then we go Rare Candy into Cinderace. Yup. And then I think I saved the Star Alchemy. Now the question is, do I knock out the active and then save Garnet Volley? But what if they bump their Squawkabilly, their Lumineon, and their Mew? Then we're just kind of in a world of pain. But I have to go with the higher percentage play, which is they have to find energy or else they can't do anything. Right? Because if I snipe, say, the Mew EX on the bench and they just have a boss's orders, well, there goes my Pidgeot. Right? So it's like, yeah, I could have knocked out the Mew, gotten rid of their free retreater, you know, remove their draw with restart. But their board position is pretty bad and they have no energy on anybody else. So at least this forces them to have a boss's hors d'oeuvres, have a generator. They're probably going to easily have it. And then, of course, we see a Iron Bundle. Okay, so that actually helps me a little bit, right? Because that resets the Flare Strike. Because the addendum to this one is during your next turn, this Pokemon can't use Flare Strike. So I can still use Garnet Volley. I just can't use Flare Strike. So, yeah, like Novostria said, Cinderace depends on way too much. I do think Sparkling Crystal is better than Neo Upper Energy, though. Because Neo Upper... Oh, crap. Neo Upper Energy, you can't get it with Arven, and I think Sparkling Crystal, yes, it's easily bumpable by Lost Vacuum, but just being able to go Arven for Earthen Vessel and Sparkling Crystal and attack is a lot better than needing Neo Upper Energy. Oh, wait. Yeah, wait, no, math. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. You still need to do crazy things, but yes, it requires so much to just get this thing powered up. Whereas Charizard EX, you evolve into Charizard EX, not only is the Charizard powered up, but you've half powered up another Charizard. So it's like, oh, what's that? I evolve into Charizard and the hardest part about attacking is taken care of? So Cinderace is a Stellar Terra Pokemon with less hit points, so it must also have the same ability, right? Nope. No, getting energy on this thing is not easy. And it's like, well, at least it has access to Sparkling Crystal. Charizard EX also has access to Sparkling Crystal and Neo Upper Energy. Everything that makes Cinderace EX special, Charizard EX can also do. Which is just absolutely hilarious. Yes, the foot is the best part of the whole experience. All right, so let's go Buddy-Buddy Poffin. I'll get double Scorbunny, I think. Okay, so Briar is useless. I have to attach to this Cinderace. That's fine. I think Hundo Percento, we go and get Iono. Or do I? No, I think we have to take the knockout. That's fine. I can Crispin these nuts. But I can also just go for a Magma Basin, which isn't the worst thing in the world either. And then I can bump the dude and make their life more difficult, so they can't just knock out Rotom, but I still have a Pidgeot, which is the problem. So I think what I do is be a little crazy here. We go Star Alchemy for another basic. We go get the Radiant Charizard. I guess Nest Ball makes more sense, right? So we go get Nest Ball for Radiant Charizard. I will bump everything. So we get rid of the Pidgeot. We get rid of the Rotom V. I want to keep my Cinderace because that's fine. So I bump my biggest liabilities, which are Rotom and Pidgeot. They still can't do anything to this Cinderace. This one is still surviving. And even if they take a KO with Iron Hand Sex, we are totally fine. So I think it's 100% imperative that I take a knockout with Flare Strike here. Because the only way they're doing anything is if they gust. Alright, so let's go Magma Basin. Bring up this guy. And then I Flare Strike, take the KO. And the reason I'm not worried is, yes, they don't have 180 hit point on the bench anymore. But if they want to win this game, they're going to have to knock out somebody on the bench and then somebody else on the bench. So I'm assuming they're going to break the Flare Strike lock. So they were a little bit energy screwed this game. They did have a bit of a rough early game. I probably cut it out of the YouTube video. Just basically, they didn't do Jenny or anything with energy turn 1. And it was just, I was left to my own devices. But I think that was a pro play. Yeah, Novostrius, I think that was a pro play. Maybe I should have gone for the Garnet Volley and just guaranteed myself the Flare Strike. But, like, you just look at it realistically. If they do anything, I can just Garnet Volley and then, like, what? Can I Raboot for game? Yeah, I can low sweep if I want to. Because it also... They can set up a Cinderace. They don't have access to Briar. They're losing 2 to 4. I don't think there's much to be worried about. I am maybe regretting that Garnet Volley now. I was thinking, no, I have to Flare Strike because that gets rid of their energy again and they might get screwed again by not having the right amount of energy. But now that I think about it more, it would have been better to have access to Flare Strike this turn to just get the game over with quicker, but there's nothing they can do. They have lost. They have faced someone who's better than them at Pokemon cards. That's me. And they've lost. And that's just how it's done. You know, you prize a Cinderace. That is how it's done. We win the game. I am the best Cinderace player in the world. Never let anyone tell you differently. I'm the best dressed Cinderace player, and I'm the best Cinderace player. Okay, this is the first time I've ever faced a Torterra deck since Area 0 came out. It's a very fun idea because you can just pair Torterra. Oh, okay. That must mean they have a pretty good thing going on over there. But let's go. I have Arven. So if I'm going to Arven, what am I getting? Probably Nest Ball and Forest Sealstone. And then just next turn we worry about everything. So I have the weakness advantage. If I lose this game, it's going to be kind of embarrassing. But I need to be a little smart here. I need to be a little smarty pants. Ooh, a little smarty pants. Ooh, I'm a smarty pants for you. All right, so we go Nest Ball for the Rotom. Get that guy. Again, if I lose this game, Cinderace is pure trash. And even if I win this game, Cinderace is still kind of trash. But Torterra, I'm very excited for when I play Torterra. Just not against fire decks. That would be unfortunate if you're playing Torterra, then you come up against the fire deck. Because Torterra, I believe it does 30 damage for each grass Pokemon you have in play. Teal Mask Ogerpon is a grass Pokemon. It can activate Area 0. It has 340 hit points. You can do a bunch of things. The problem with Turtwig is that it has 80 hit points, so it cannot be found with Buddy-Buddy Poffin. So you remove Buddy-Buddy Poffin, and you have to rely on Bug Catching Set, Nest Ball, and Ultra Ball. But if you can get a Grotle set up, that is when things go crazy. Because Grotle just finds you grass Pokemon. So once this deck gets going, oh crap, it's really good. It's just, you know, the fire weakness is not great. And we got Sparkling Crystal. Okay, this is... They're going to knock out my Munkidori. That's cool. I have pretty much everything I need except for a Cinderace and energy and several other things. But we'll be totally fine. What could possibly go wrong here? Well, I hesitate to say it's good. It's better, right? So Forest March is 30 damage for each of your grass Pokemon in play. You can have 9 grass Pokemon in play. That's 270. You can give it 380 hit points with Correct Attune, 480 with the Hero's Cape. You know, Ogerpon draws cards and gets energy. So yeah, it's not bad at all. And then I think we just go Scorbunny in the active. Do I, like, so I have Crispin. I don't have everything I need though, which is the problem here. I am one part of the combo short. So we do have to... Okay. That is helpful. Because now I can get Earthen Vessel, Sparkling Crystals in my hand, so I can get an energy if I need it, but not easily. Now, this Fezandipiti kind of has to bail me out here. Oh, come on, Cinderace. This is your chance to shine. Just draw me one good... Okay, we got all the good cards, everybody. Panic time is over. It's time for it's Daddy's turn. Okay, Daddy's home. All right, let's go and get... Let's go. Do I want to go? Yeah, Feather Ball. We got the Feather Ball, busting my balls all over the place. And then Feather Ball. Oh, I shouldn't have grabbed both of those energy. Oops. I have potentially made an oopsie. I mean, they are going to Iono me, so the oopsie has not occurred. The oopsie has been resolved, and they can't take a KO, but I may have made a slight oopsie, okay? There may have been some oopsies occurring, and if you watch my ruling video, you know what it is. And I'll point it out in a second. But I should have like if I had, you know, like a stream manager or someone who could do things on the other side to be like, dude, can you spot the mistake that Trust Your Pilot just made? Can you spot the oopsie? It'd be like a Dora the Explorer thing. I've never watched Dora the Explorer, so I don't know. But like, can you spot the problem that Trust Your Pilot just created for himself that should not have existed in the first place if he knew what he was doing? So Crispin, search your deck for up to 2 basic energy cards of different types, reveal them, and put one of them into your hand. You basically stop there. The first sentence you have to resolve first. Then you attach the other one to one of your Pokemon. So I only left Fire Energy in my deck, so I can only use Crispin to go and get a Fire Energy. Still have for a Sealstone? For what purpose? But yeah, see, I told you. They are going to Iono me, so it was never a problem anyways. So remember, with Crispin, you have to have the 2 energy in your deck or else it does nothing. Or else it's just a energy search, which is garbage. So that is the thing. You basically read Crispin in 2 separate parts. The first part is you get 2 energy, up to 2 energy, and put one of them into your hand. You have to resolve that first. Then you attach the other one to one of your Pokemon if you got one. If you didn't, then you never attach an energy. So Crispin is less good than maybe it should be, but oh my god, they're gonna knock out my freaking Cinderace. No. How do I... Okay, so Radiant Charizard is gonna be very important here. How do we win this game, everybody? How does Trust Your... Oh, they need one more bench Pokemon, though. They're about to concede if they don't get it. I think they mathed wrong. Or they just didn't have enough basics left. Yeah, they just didn't have enough basics left. They were 1 short. They didn't manage their resources properly. Yeah, that's a concede. See, when you try to beat off Trust Your Pilot, you just get flustered. And you see me in this outfit, you're like, damn, I want to unzip that. You're like, I want to pretend like you're Grusha and find out what's underneath that zip up. And my neck still clips through the shirt, by the way, because PDCGL is a well-made game. Walking plane, mods, ban walking plane for the L take there. Okay, so they didn't get anything down. That's pretty good. I just go Nest Ball for a Sealstone. Pretty academic stuff. If they had grabbed a Dreepy, we'd be in massive problems here. Oh my god. Okay, you know, you believe in the heart of the cards, and then the heart of the cards says go to hell. Alright, well, I'm gonna Munkidori it up in here. We're gonna Munkidori and have some fun, okay? And I also can't Crispin. Oh, I know I can, because we have a Darkness Energy in the deck. So let's go... I think I go... Yeah, the energy on the Scorbunny, because they're not doing anything. And then I have a really useful for a Sealstone in my hand. Zedman, if you were an Orthworm and you didn't suck, yes I would. But Walking Plane, no. Terapagos is far and away the best one, because Terrapodos can be its own deck 2 different ways. I'm not saying it's a tier 1 deck, but it can be its own deck 2 different ways, plus it is the perfect Area 0 partner for someone like Zoroark and Palkia and, you know, any deck that wants to have someone for Area 0 and you don't want to play Cornerstone Masked Ogerpon, because Terrapodos is your Cornerstone Masked Ogerpon counter, because it doesn't have an ability. Terrapodos is just so versatile that, you know, when I played that Zoroark list, Terrapodos came in handy. Terrapodos gave me a handy so much that I couldn't help but love it. Cinderace, no. I'm sorry, I can't. I can't with Cinderace. It's not it. It's not it. All right, we have to do some things here. We have to play with our things. I guess I go Ultra Ball away, the Manaphy and the Pidgey. I can't even knock out the Manaphy with Raboot. Isn't that sad? I was like, oh, I could knock out the Manaphy with my Raboot. No, I can't even do that. That's pathetic. Okay, so we go Radiant Zard, Nest Ball, just empty our balls as much as we can. We'll save the Fezandipiti because I don't want them to rack up damage counters on that. My goal here is to get us a Pidgeot, because that's just a free prize right there. Well, we didn't quite get what we needed, but I think I should hate everything about life and just give up forever. That seems cool. Okay, so we go Rare Candy into Scorbunny. I'm thinking I attach the Fire Energy. But, like, look at this. Okay, look at this board position. Let's swap the Cinderace for Charizard EX, okay? Right there, even if, you know, an Iron Thorns was in play and I couldn't use Charizard's ability, I would have been able to attack that turn. And then you look at someone like Cinderace, completely useless. It is just a worse Charizard in every respect, and it's like, you're making this big deal about Stellar Terra Pokemon, and then the first Stellar Terra Fire-type Pokemon we get is just, like, much worse than Charizard EX. You know, the only thing it has is, yes, it has a Snipe Attack, but it's too low of a Snipe Attack on Rotom V. So you're not knocking out Rotom V, you're not knocking out Petrarunt EX, you're not knocking out Fezandipiti EX, and then Manaphy just ruins your entire day, which is not fun. It's Cerula just going to be so good. I can't wait for that. It's Volcarona V, but better, because it exists in Standard. So yeah, Cinderace, I'm sorry, Cinderace, I can't defend you. You know, Walking Plane, I appreciate your attempts, but the fact that I just whiffed that turn 2 attack doesn't even matter what I would have done. Just the fact that I whiffed the turn 2 attack is just enough. Like, yeah, Charizard does less damage at the start of a game, but in that specific instance last turn, it would have at least taken a knockout. And I know, I'm sorry. Cinderace, Cinderace didn't want you to be happy. Yeah, Dwayner, exactly. We had this discussion on the Galvantula stream, where even if Galvantula just said discard 1 energy and do the item lock, it still probably wasn't good enough. But the fact that it's discard all energy is just, it's unforgivable. Oh my god. We both suck. This is a great day. We both suck. Okay. Nobody panic. I can Flare Strike. We're going to get rid of the Manaphy. I'm really regretting what I've done here. Okay, so we go Arven. No, we go Arven for... Yeah. Oh, no, we can't. We can't do that. That's cool. That's cool. I know what I'm doing. I'm an idiot, but I know what I'm doing. Oh, cool. We also don't have the Earthen Vessel anymore because I've already used it this game. Okay, trust your pilot made an oopsie, everybody. Don't worry. I'm going to go get the Switch, and everything will be totally fine. Okay, so we go Flare Strike, knock out the Manaphy. God, prizing that Rotom really screwed us over, didn't it? Watch this be the Rotom. Oh, it's a Pidgeot. Okay, well, if I'd known I was getting that, I would have grabbed a Rare Candy. Okay, they are in an absolutely perfect position. I got the worst energy I could have gotten in that situation. We've already used our earthen vessel, so I don't think this is going to end well for us. Okay, so Pidgey is going away. I have Crispin. So if hitting the bench made any sense, I could hit the bench, but hitting the bench makes absolutely no sense. Because again, Garnet Volley does 180 when it needs to do 190 to knock out the stupid Rotom. Like, if Garnet Volley was 190, or there was a way to, you know, do a little bit more damage that isn't through Munkidori, that'd be great. But I guess my win condition is just using Munkidori and hoping that they don't notice that I have a Munkidori in play. So I have Sparkling Crystal, I can Flare Strike. But the most likely scenario is they're knocking out Raboot and Pidgey. And then I'm not going to have anyone who's damaged, so I have to wait for them to damage my Cinderace. Oh, cool! That's super cool, thank you. Lost Vacuum is unfortunate. And they have a Hot Lucha, so are they going to swap their strategy and go for my Scorbunny? I think that's what's about to happen. So they knock out Raboot and Scorbunny, leave me with one Cinderace. And I can heal one damage counter, but that's actually okay. You might think that, oh, the one damage counter doesn't matter. No, it matters a little bit. Because that can put this within 3. Obviously, they're just going to not hit my Cinderace next turn and just go like Munkidori Pidgey KO. But something could have... Bro, we're in there. We are so in there. Okay, please tell me there's a good card in the deck. Please tell me I have a playable card in the deck that I can do something with. Okay, we don't have... Okay, well, we don't have any... Okay, I can go get Fezandipiti. I can go get Fezandipiti, but my game plan of using bosses... I can knock out the Pidgeot, but I really want to set up that Dragapult for the KO, which is the main problem. So I have to essentially go Crispin, the Darkness, and the Fire? Darkness and the Fire. Okay, well, I mean, it doesn't matter, right? Sure, let's put that into the hand. And then we go Darkness Energy on Munkidori. Attached to this guy. Hopefully, I'm going to put them into a really rough situation. Okay, and then quick search for... If I get Fezandipiti, that's a bad idea. I can go get Briar and have that prematurely. But I think what I do is I just go get... Not for a Sealstone, and Energy would be good. I think maybe just Magma Basin. Yes, let's go get Magma Basin, save it for next turn, and then just be like, I don't think you're gonna go, you're not going for my Munkidori here. Upon further review, I probably should have gone for a Nest Ball there. Because if they bring up my Munkidori and knock out my Munkidori, then I would have wanted to get another Munkidori. So I put a lot of, Pilot stressed his brain. I should have thought ahead and gone for a Nest Ball. That way I could have super rotted the Munkidori and the Darkness Energy back in. Had the Nest Ball to get Munkidori and then Pidgeotted for the Darkness Energy or Pidgeotted for a Crispin or something. But the thing is, if they go for Munkidori... I'm not in the worst position. I can just bosses the Pidgeot and knock out their Pidgeot. But, like, this deck needs a counter catcher, or it needs a prime catcher, or, oh, they had the... Oh, wait, what? Okay, that was not who I was expecting. Okay. Okay. I thought they were going to bring up the Dragapult, but I guess that makes sense. And that was why I was a little hesitant to put the Scorbunny down. It's like, well, if they do something crazy... If they do something crazy with the Hawlucha, we're losing that Scorbunny. But I am just knocking out the Dragapult. With this line of play... A third brain... Yes. But with this line of play, they don't have a knockout on my Munkidori, so I'm knocking out their Dragapult, and I can knock out their Pidgeot, putting me at 1 prize card. I think they saw the cool play of knocking out the Scorbunny. Yeah, I think they saw the Scorbunny KO as a really good play, but it might end up costing them the game. Because I can snipe that Dracloak with the energy on it, Iono them, go down to 2 prizes. They have 3 prizes left. So I think they may have made a bit of a mistake. Now the question is, do I put another Scorbunny down? And I think the answer is no. And I also don't want to Magma... I mean, I may as well put the Magma Basin into play just to get it out of my deck. But I think I let them keep the Pidgeot, because letting them have a 12-card hand is better than having... Like, I'd rather them have a 3-card hand and a Pidgeot than a 12-card hand and no Pidgeot, right? So let's go this guy first. Go get Iono. Right? Tell me if I'm wrong. Should I have kept them at a 3-card hand and a Pidgeot, or 12-card hand and no Pidgeot? I think this is the smarter one. Especially because now I can just attach to Radiant Charizard and not use the Magma Basin. And see, I was smart. Did you see what I did there? I Iono'd before taking the prize cards. I told you, I'm a fart. Oh no, I'm an idiot! Oh no! Oh no! Truster Pilot made an oopsie. Okay, Truster Pilot made a slight oopsie. Don't worry about it. You didn't notice it. You didn't notice it, okay? You didn't see that I made the oopsie, so you can't prove that it happened. Okay? You know, this is all part of my plan. This was the strategy. This is what you don't understand, is this was my strategy all along. Is I just hit him with the old Combustion Blast, and we're gonna be fine. Yeah, see, that's what you don't understand, is I'm gonna be totally fine, and I'm just gonna boss's orders that Pidgeot for game. Yeah, see, you didn't notice it until I pointed it out, which is the hallmark of a great streamer. And see, it all worked out anyways. But, you know, I may have made a slight oopsie, but now they have to have everything on a 4-card hand with the Pidgeot. So I would have made that oopsie no matter what, and the oopsie was that I didn't have the energy to use Garnet Volley. I have 3 fire energy on a Cinderace, which is not necessarily what you want to be doing. But if they had a 12-card hand right now with 2 Dracloak, that would be like a 15-card hand with their top deck. They would have guaranteed had it. Okay, well, they still kind of guaranteed have it, but they're just gonna... Okay, no, this is fine. This is fine, because they have to put the damage counter somewhere. So, even if they knock out my Cinderace, I have game with Charizard on their Pidgeot with Munkidori, because those Phantom Dive pings have to go somewhere. If they could choose not to spread those 6 damage counters, they would probably win. But because they have to put those damage counters somewhere, Trust Your Pilot is the greatest player in history. Yeah, you should... There you go, yeah. You can trust me with your feet. Okay, that's fine. I just literally have... I have game if I have Pidgeot. And... Oh, I'm going to get to use Briar. Not that it matters, so... If you're watching this on YouTube, Briar was fixed like an hour before I went live. Not that it matters with it. Well, I have a Switch. But that is... Okay, I have a double turbo, so I just go, oh, busted top deck, baby. Alright. We just go retreat, bosses, game. Oh, you can't bow down before my greatness. Even when I make mistakes, I'm still the #1 PDCGL streamer in the world. Oh, I guess I could have just knocked out Rotom. Don't worry about it, okay? Well, they conceded. Okay, I'm not sure I wasn't playing slow, but that's what people do. They just hover over the concede button. They try to look up my kilt, but it doesn't matter because the feet are always out when you're playing with the bunny. We gotta win this one. You always come Fae before Colress. And then I think I do have to go for the Buddy-Buddy Poffin. I would rather not use the Buddy-Buddy Poffin here and just go for, you know, the game-winning game here. But let's go get double Scorbunny. We prized 1. That's fine. Always Colress before Comfey. Okay. Can't lose that fire energy. We got to keep this hand. That's cool. I go switch card. See if we can take a KO with Cramorant. Because the benefit... Oh. Okay, well, I think I want to keep the Prime Catcher. Just a hunch here. All right, so let's do that. Kind of a rough first turn there. So the reason you'd want to pull Cramorant in this situation is that I could knock out that Charmander. The important part about knocking out the Charmander is that if they pop a Dusclops or a Dusknoir, for whatever reason, I mean, it'll probably help them out more than anything, but they would go back to even prize cards. So that would be the most important thing is, yeah, knocking out a Charmander typically isn't that beneficial against Charizard, but it sort of locks them out of using Dusclops or Dusknoir, which is, you know, definitely a little bit helpful. But I'm down a Psychic and a Fire. That Iono is totally fine, except for the fact that I'm never going to see a Cinderace again. Okay, that's cool. If they attach Forest Sealstone to Rotom and don't use it, oh, I'm going to spank them so hard. Oh, they didn't do it. What do you mean, worthless pixels in free game? I'm going to be spending $100 in TCG Pocket. What do you mean? What do you mean worthless? I'm spending $100 in that damn thing. Okay, so we got our double Cinderace. That's all we need. Rare Candy can say bye-bye. All right, let's retreat, see what we get. Can I get a Colress? That'd be super pog. Okay, that is perfect. I think we have access to everything now. I'm going to go double Rare Candy. All I need is a Mirage Gate, and we win this game. I can also just, you know, Cramorant and do the thingy thing. All right, so let's go Colress. Son of a... Okay, what are we... This is why I stopped playing Lost Box decks. All right, I can get a Mirage Gate, a Super Rod, and a Nest Ball, right? Or I mean, I guess if I can get double Mirage Gate, then we're just going to abandon... Oh yeah, we're just abandoning the Cramorant strategy. Yeah, just get that garbage out of here. Okay. Fighting Dark. Great. Fighting Dark, and then I retreated, didn't I? Okay, well, it doesn't really matter because we suck huge butts anyways. But let's just because I did retreat, right? Retreated Comfey to the bench. Okay, so I wouldn't even have had an attack anyways, but that's okay because I think we have a chancey of winning now. They can't knock out a Cinderace. They don't have a Dusclops in play. Don't use it. Don't do it, bro. You already have your Pidgeot. Don't do it, bro. You don't need to use that Forest Sealstone. Forest Sealstone is a card better left save for later. And there's the Charizard. Okay. We are in it now. But I am 2 turns away from being able to use Roxanne. So who's really winning the game at this point, right? The person who's about to knock out a Comfey, or the person who's about to not use Roxanne anytime soon? That's what you have to ask yourself. So the TCG Pocket trailer, there's nothing new in it. It's just, hey, we went to Worlds, people watched it. Can't wait to open my first pack on there. And yeah, I think it's funny. The first comment is, should I stop playing Pokemon TCG Live, or will my cards transfer over? I will help them. Completely different games. Your cards will not transfer. All right. I'm just trying to, help the community. We'll just reply to them. Completely different games. Pocket and Live are 2 vastly different. They're made by 2 different companies within the Pokemon company. One's made by, DNA and Creatures. The other one's made by the Pokemon Company International. So it's just a whole smorgasbord of differences. And TCG Pocket is 3 prize cards and 20 card decks and an energy zone. When PTCGO doesn't break and works and stuff, it's based on the real game. Otherwise, it's its own format where everything's made up and the points don't matter. But we got this. You know, Charizard, I've been saying since the start of this stream that Cinderace is just a better Charizard. And case in point, all these damn Pidgeots running around thinking they own the place. Well, I gotta keep the fire energy, don't I? Okay. Alright, fire energy goes there. Do I want to Mirage Date now and have access to Flare Strike? Or do I want to set up a thingy thing and have access to Mirage Date later? And how many cards are in the Lost Zone? So I have 9. I don't want to ditch anything, though. That's the problem. Like, I don't want to lose the Collapsed Stadium. So I think I just go Flare Strike. They can't do too much. They can knock out a Cinderace. They can knock out my active Cinderace if they give me a prize card. That's interesting. And so they have to get a... Okay, well, they just need a Dusclops now. They don't need to worry about having a Dusknoir, right? Because that's 210, 240, 270. How do you only have 320 hit points? You're supposed to be the champion of Terra Pokemon. You have less hit points, oh crap, than Charizard. This is 2 games in a row where the damn Pidgeot decks have taken me out of my Roxanne. You could almost say they put out the red light. Wait, isn't that like a... Don't worry about it. I was just trying to make a Roxanne joke and they have another Pidgeot. So I think Cinderace is good in a world where they always have a Pidgeot on their side of the field. Because Cinderace is only doing 280. Right? You're not knocking out a Charizard unless you do some really crazy stuff. You know, you can put a Maximum Belt on there, but then you can't use Sparkling Crystal or Neo Upper Energy or Prime Catcher or, you know, all the other things, and it's also useless in, oh crap, other matchups. So it really comes down to the Comfey. The good news is that Unfair Stamp is a shuffle draw, not a bottom draw. So you don't have to worry about your bottom going away. Your bottom, you know, you can always put your hands in your bottom when they're cold. That's Munkidori's job. Well, in this one, it's Sablei's job. And Dwayner, that is what I learned. Yes, you have to know basically every card in the set. If you don't know it, well, it's the wrong energy, though. Right? It's the wrong energy. It's not the right energy. I would need a fighting or a darkness for this to really mean something, unless I just go, you know, Sableye and do some things. Okay, so they blow the dude. Oh, wait, no, we're tied on prizes. They made an oopsie. Oh no, we're not tied on prizes. I don't know how math works. I got too overexcited. Okay, but we got the Mirage Date, so I still need a million things to go right. But I can... Because I'm pretty sure we're out of darkness and... Oh, that's a really useful card. But I also need to... Yeah, I kind of just need to thin the deck at this point anyways. You know, I don't really have a choice. I may not want to be doing that. It would have made a lot more sense to save it, but I didn't have a choice. Okay, so we got bosses, Super Rod, Switch Cart. That's fine. None of those are fine. All right, I have to... retreat. I don't think there's a Briar in this deck. So I just have to go Flare Strike. Okay. Yeah, you have to watch people draft on YouTube. You have to get to know the cards, get to know what's good, read guides. Like, it's a full-time job just to know, before you get into a draft, it's a full-time job. And Titty Twister, I wish. Wait, do we win? I think I win the game now. If I can just find Sableye, I win the game. Because I can, unless they have another Turo, but they've already used a Turo, right? No, that was the previous game. They used a Collapsed Stadium. As long as they don't play a Turo here, we should be fine. If they play a Turo here, I am absolutely screwed. Or... Iono, okay, that's fine. They may have cost themselves the game, though. I mean, we have it. Oh my god, they threw! Trust your pilot is the best Cinderace player in the world. Ignore all the bad things, oh my, and you literally Iono'd me into the perfect hand. How does that make you feel? Does that make you feel like you've been beaten off by the best PDCGL player in the world? I love how PDCGL takes the energy out and then puts it back in. That is so cool. When's the last time I used... Okay, I wasn't delaying the inevitable here. So the Lost Box build is good because it just allows you to use Flare Strike and Garnet Volley. So that might be the most best one that I've played, as long as you can avoid Regidrago, because a Colress stacked against Kyurem is just a nightmare scenario. But that actually worked kind of well. But I do think a copy of Briar wouldn't be the dumbest thing, because you can sort of do things in reverse. You're supposed to attack with Cinderace first and then clean it up with Sableye. But depending on how things work out, you can Sableye first and then take 3 prizes with Cinderace when they have 2 prizes left, or take 2 prizes when they... I think Briar makes sense.